Hello. Hello. It is, for some godforsaken reason, really, really warm in my room. I'm pretty sure it's because the sun has come out ever since it started hitting my window. I've had the blinds down since before that happened, but now it's still warm here, and I don't like that. But what I do like is that it's warm in Vintage Story now. Well, not warm, it's just like not actively freezing. So we're gonna go on an adventure. Did I prepare everything? I didn't prepare everything. I have another thing to prepare. And it's one of these. That's the whole preparation. The rest of the preparation we're getting on the way. Because this is an adventure for both adventure's sake and also bees. We're going down there. And for bees, we require cattails so we can make a skip. So we can take the bees back with us. Enjoy your lurk knives. I'd say enjoy your work, because I know that's why you lurk, but you know, it's work. So I'm not gonna hold you to that. I was also contemplating streaming something entirely different today, because I've been thinking I should stream something that I can actually finish at some point. Because both this and Paralives, which are my current like stream projects, are both pretty long-term / infinite. So it's like, maybe I should pick a game that has an end. Was it like this? How do you make a scab? Help. This thing. Okay, it's just I didn't bring enough clay or enough cat heads. Okay, we'll dig up clay on the way. There'll be clay somewhere. Should I have brought a bedroll so we can skip the night? Actually, probably. Let's get that working then. Now, getting the skep with the bees back home might be a whole different thing. Because I know that I'll have to get rid of one of my backpacks to put the skep in that slot. So I should only be doing this. Which I'm not happy with. That does not seem like a thing that is good. But we're doing it anyway, even though I do not like it. I'm being smart and planning ahead. Should have left that backpack at home. I could turn around and put it back home, but I'm not going to. There it is. At least that's, I think, how you deal with scabs. Yes, you put in your wild beehive, and then you can destroy it, but I want to carry it. So I want to see animal husbandry, beekeeping. Build scabs. Move a populated scab inside a free backpack slot by right mouse clicking it. Yeah. So I know how that works in theory. Now I just need to find bees, which is the real problem. Because in my last world, I destroyed like 4 different bees' nests on accident. Because I was cutting down trees. I did not hear the bee noises. Maybe I should have also brought like my prospecting pick. And like my pickaxe. Those would have probably been helpful. However, I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to go. I did not want to think. No thoughts, head empty, adventure. I don't need ore. Don't need seeds, I think. I don't need things that are those things. I really don't know what I'm looking for. I really just went, it's adventure time, bees, and turned my head back off, it seems. It's a head empty kind of day over here at Lilla HQ. No thoughts are being thunk. Well, I tried to think thoughts and it didn't work out. That's how I arrived at we're doing this today. So I was like, yeah, I could do paralyze, but I don't feel like it. And then I was like, well, maybe I should get like a different stream game project. And then I tried to think about that for like a solid hour, and my brain just went beep, and no results happened. Which is fine. I don't need to be thinking thoughts. I don't get paid enough to think thoughts. Ooh, big oak tree. Am I vaguely walking in the right direction? I am. Okay, good. Let's see what fun things we can find. Copper doesn't count as a fun thing anymore, I think. That just counts as a thing. Those are very, very circle-looking shapes. I don't hate them. Hello, mysterious obelisk. Now that is a suspiciously round hole. That might have something interesting in it. Where did it go? I've lost it. Think it was over here? Oh, it's a lot less round from down where I can see it properly. Fine. I was hoping I would finally find just one piece of meteoric iron somewhere. It's either I've had very, very bad luck, or I've become a lot less observant of very circular hole in the landscape. Both of which, not ideal. That was a raccoon. Hello, raccoon. Where are we going? Ah, a dead end. How kind of you. Hi. Right. Pond. Okay, let's not go underwater too much because I want my torches to stay lit. That's my way of making fire. Seeing in the darkness. Well, I don't really have much to talk about. Because it's only been like a day. Well, 2 days since my last stream, so nothing else has happened. I've done nothing. Actually, I spun some yarn, but that isn't really something I can talk a lot about because it's just like, yep, did that. And that's the talking about it done. Alright, there's my crimson maple seed. That's already great success. I just like having trees with red leaves. I think they're fun. Oh, I like how they twirl. That's fun. That's a fun little detail. Okay. We are... Oh, there's locusts there. Did I get the stuff from the locusts? Because if I didn't, I'm gonna. I don't remember. Because I don't remember the last time I walked this way. Might have been on one of my off-stream adventures when I went to kill a bear and got very, very lost trying to find a bear. Or it was on a mining trip because I seemingly have a bunch of, you know, mining waypoints coming through at this angle, which is a fascinating angle. Where did the locust go? There. Okay. Might it have been looking for tin? What other ores have I been looking for recently? I don't remember. I did do wild choices of where I was walking though. Oh no, that was the large trip. That was the large trip? And then I found the large back at home. I remember. We are going to poke into some caves. Because caves are fun. Except for when they're not. But, you know, that's why I have all of the creepy crawlies turned off from being creepy at me. They are still very crawly. Alright. I don't remember what the correct tool for locust nests is. Excuse you? I'm gonna try an axe. It does not feel like the correct tool. The correct tool is probably a pickaxe. Yoink. I did not bring many blocks, but I do have some sticks. Do these work the way that I think they work? They do. Excellent. Rude and disrespectful. Stop it. Yeah, you better be dead. I said rude and disrespectful. So rude and disrespectful. Stop bumping me. I'm breaking your house. This is not optional. Horrible creatures. Horrible. Stop bumping me. You can have that ladder. You can keep it. I do want that one bit of coal. Thank you. Yeah, this is not faster than punching it, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure these count as metal, and therefore the tool is a pickaxe. Right. Is that all of them? If so, I'm very disappointed in the metal parts harvest. Nope, there is more. There's also the bismuth ore that was marked on my map already. These must be a lot more stressful when the locusts actually attack you. Because, like, there's a lot of them. And I hate them. Oh, I'm getting a bunch of ropes. This is great. This is great for my building a boat. I'm building a boat out of locust nests. This is a very reasonable thing to do. Very eco-friendly of me. Locust nests and oak trees. That's what I'm building a boat out of. Okay. Any more over here? No, that's just cave. And a crevasse. I think that is all of that. Great news. We can leave. Not that way, though. It is pitch dark and rainy. Well, that's reasonable, I guess. We're gonna have a nap about it. We're ignoring the horrors and having a nap. Alright, cool. That way. Oop, don't fall in the pit. Thank you, me. Oop, turnip. Don't really need seeds. And now we try and go down there. Probably via there. So, a little bit more like this. Adventure, adventure, adventure. Wish it wasn't freaking raining buckets, but that's fine. At least it's not snowing anymore. It's just what I'm gonna keep telling myself. Floaty rock. I really need to learn what the different, like, ruin structures mean. Like, which ones of them have loot in them, and which ones are just, like, 3 rocks on the surface and stuff. That would probably be really helpful. Because I keep walking past, like, the building ruins and going, yeah, there's probably nothing in there. And then I remember, actually, there's probably something in there. You just need to dig it. And then you usually find some sort of cellar room. Where there's, like, 3 things. Most of which are garbage. Okay, that is cool as heck looking. With the double-tiered waterfall on that rock. That's a cool rock. Cool rock break. Oh, if I go back that way, it gets more rainy. Okay. Cool rock break from a distance, I guess, where it's less rainy so we can see it more clearly. Hell yeah. Cool rock. Hello, bunny rabbits. Oop, I fell in a pond. It will happen again. Like right there. It happened again. Is that bee noise? Or is that leaf noise? I think it might just be leaf noise, but I also might be losing my mind. I mean, there isn't really any flowers around. Usually there's flowers, right? I don't think that's bees. I don't think that was bee noise. Whee. A deer. And that's a dead rabbit. I assume that's yours. Enjoy. Mushrooms. Ooh, foggy. Ooh, water. Not going deep in the cave. Just having a little look. Mostly because climbing out of there would be annoying. Armed with only some sticks. I think we're going this way. Yes, we're going this way. Excellent. I remember where I'm going. Let me make sounds louder for my me so I can hear them better. That'll help. VOD flowers. I do love the atmosphere of this game. It might be cubes, but it's very atmospheric cubes. And you know, then there's all the parts that aren't cubes. Like, that isn't a cube. The leaves are technically cubes, but also not because they've got bushiness. Really wish I could place leaves myself so I could make my houses have cute little hedges. Hell, functional hedges would also be cool. Okay, the fog looks really, really cool there. 1 second. And was it that button? Was that button? One day I will remember the screenshot buttons for all of my games on first try. Not today, but one day. Okay, that's also really cool with the little ponds with the fog. That's fun. And music. Music is also fun. Ooh, high fertility soil. Not picking it up, I'm just marking it. Because pocket space is at a premium. It's smart. That just looks so cool. Ooh, blackberry bushes. I had blackberries today. Because they got new ones in. And they were on sale still. So I had more delicious on sale blackberries. Which I'm pretty sure I had some on Tuesday. And I told you all about it because they were really freaking tasty. Welcome to Silent Hill. That's the only knowledge I have of Silent Hill is it's foggy and it's a game I would not enjoy playing. And also it's multiple games. And I think movies... I don't know. My Silent Hill knowledge is fog, and that's it. That's the beginning and end of my knowledge. Hee. Okay, ominous wolf howling is a vibe with this. Okay. Now we're heading that way. Except we're trying to not do quite as much mountain climbing. Alas, the mountains still demand to be climbed. I guess there are more hills in this case. Oh, that's a pit. You built your house over an ominous pit. I understand why it is in ruin. Ooh, fruit tree. This is a really interesting looking landscape, but I hate it for traversal. Like, having to climb up and down these gosh darn hills is really annoying. Yellow apple. I don't think I'd seen yellow apple before. So many apple variants. Which I guess does, you know, track with real life. So many apples. Big walnut tree. Right. Engage listening ears. Find bee noises. Chicken of the woods. That's not a bee. It's not even a chicken. It's a mushroom. Wing. I will still mark all of the copper, just so I can see where I walked. There's a copper bits thing there. I know I walked there. Not good to climb out of. Never mind. We're not going in there. We're going over there where I saw more fruit trees to mark those. Future Lilla will have all of the fruit trees. And for that, future Lila needs to know where to find them. Cherry trees. Pig. And more raccoons. Anything fun in this cave? It's water. So the answer is not really. I do like this lake. This is a fun lake. Alright, this is the foresty area that I marked for adventure. Where I've decided there's probably gonna be bees somewhere. Which, thinking about, I don't actually know where bees usually spawn in vanilla terrain generation, because the last time when I had my bee debacle, I was using a terrain generation mod, so the biomes things look different. No, they're not quite biomes like they are in Minecraft, but that's what my brain wants to compare them to, so. I hate climbing foresty mountains. They're mean to me. Oh, screw it. Punch the dirt. Acquire more dirt for dirt-related crimes. Hey, that's large trees over there. Okay. I've adventured all the way here. I don't need my adventure waypoint anymore. That was for today, Lila, anyway. Ooh, bluebells. Baby. I like them. I'm stealing them. Actually, I'm gonna mark that there's bluebells here because I think they're cute. There's not anything that looks... Well, that looks kind of like a flower. But no, that's a gear. I shouldn't use that for flowers. I guess I'll use grain one and I'll just call it bluebells. Oh, hey. Oh, look, it's the copper ore from the copper bits that were on the surface. Oh, I like that music. And the game decided, no, we're in the cave, we need spooky ambiance now. No more cheerful outside music. Fine. I'll go back outside then. Alas, it's gonna stay quiet now because... Okay, so these are some cliff walls that are covered in forest. One day I'm gonna give in to to the thoughts of, you could set this all on fire. Today is not that day. I'm not setting it all on fire. Just know those thoughts are there. And they do kind of scare me. But also, ooh, would make such a big laggy fire. What's also a cute lake. Chicken noises. Yep, this is a cave. Also, it's all granite. Like, we've been walking for a day and a half in-game, and it's still all granite. Like, you'd think there'd be a different rock type. But no, there isn't. There just simply isn't. It's all granite. Ooh, strawberry. Little treat for me. But also strawberries in April. That's pretty damn early for strawberries. Also baby chicken. Also blackberries in April. Very early. Again, I gotta take screenshots. It's important. It's important to take screenshots of the pretty places so you can remember they exist. And then also post them on Tumblr so that other people can go, ooh, pretty. That's the rules. Okay, I've walked out of the foresty area, which is not what you need when you're looking for bees, because the bees are not in the grass. They are in the trees. So we're going back into the foresty area, where there's trees for the bees to be in. So I think they're less in this trees. Let me look. Okay, this doesn't tell me where to find. This doesn't tell me where to find the bees. Bee. They come in large and medium. And, okay, so they can be in pine trees, okay. It's just a tree with a little hole in it. Hello, Sam. Hello. How am I today? I'm not thinking thoughts. And I'm kind of warm, and I'm on a bee adventure. So I don't know if that comes out to good or bad or somewhere in between. But that is how I am today. How are you doing, Sam? How's your cat doing? Also a very important question. Your life? How the cat's doing? Great. Well, that's good. Could be better, but good. It's good that the cat is doing good. We like when cats are doing good. Okay, very loud background music. Love that. Where's the bees though? Show me the bees. Okay, up we go. Because this forest is across these hills. Which means a bunch of climbing for me. Baby sky. Is that water or bees? I think it might be water. Yes. It's rapids. This is the water you need to use a water wheel. And for some reason it's the only water that's this fucking loud. Which is like fun. But not what I need right now. So also you can't put it in a bucket, so not really helpful for me right now. You don't hear it? Well, it's loud compared to the other water. It's not loud. And I do have my game sounds kind of quiet. I could turn those up a bit if you want. Because audio is still the one thing about streaming where I'm like, I have no idea how any of this works. It's all witchcraft and none of it makes sense. Okay, in that case, I'm just gonna leave it as is. Because otherwise I'm gonna play a game that's more loud. And then everyone's ears are gonna explode. Well, you're not a bee. Neither are you. Okay, that's more water. That's more rapids. I do think it's silly that you need the rapids for the water wheel. That you can't just make your own, like, water that is managed that you can do water wheel things with. Because that's how it worked in real life. They would manage their water wheels to create the water pressure to move a water wheel. Funeral bell, that doesn't sound like a mushroom I should eat. Right. A woo to you too, wolves. A woo to you too. Yeah, this is an area where bees should be. Maybe. There isn't really a lot of flowers around. Lake. Well, and more copper. That's not bees. What are those? Wavy cap. Okay, those mountains look really cool. Really cool mountains. Go! Yay. That's a very big lake thing. And it is still lake. Because that's a different blue than this. This is ocean. This is lake. Also, you know, all the lake plants. Walked out of the forest again. Ooh, redwood forest back there. Maybe there's redwood bees. Berries. Whee! The problem about Big Lake, getting around it, very annoying. I don't wanna swim. Oop, I'm in a tree. Accidental tree climbing. Yes, pigs. Hello, foxes. I don't think bees make noises at night, right? Please go to sleep. I should go to sleep. Oh, that's not ominous at all. Definitely not ominous bright red sky, no. Redwood trees. Which are slightly confusing thinking about how much else of this game is strictly like European-y things, and then I guess once you get further south to like warmer junglier climes and stuff, it should probably be Africa type things. Redwood trees are North American, aren't they? I mean, they're cool. I'm gonna keep them. But, like, there was a singular thought in my head. And I've heard that a part of streaming is that thing where you say words. And since I don't have anything else to say on account of the no thoughts, I had to say something about that. Okay, this is a wind-pollinated flower, so that's not gonna help me with bees. They're so cool and so big. And then there's the bald cypress. I did get some bald cypress seeds the last time I went on an adventure. This far south. Right. Well, have we actually made it to a different rock type, or is it just the lighting? Oh yes, it's a different rock type. It's peridotite. Which, granted, I already had plenty of that I had found, but it's nice to not be in granite anymore. Never mind, I think it's just more granite again. Big tree. Yep, that sure is granite. Okay, so the granite is like the top layer in this part of the world. Oh, that looks cool. But we're looking for tree things. Oh, there's a trader down there. Let's go say hi. I have $1. Hello, fish. What kind of fish are you? I think it said something about a carp. Hello. Why are your stairs on the water side? Ooh, luxuries. Hello. Oh, I like your little fireplace. It's very cute. What's your name? Your name is Sprig. That's lovely. What you got to trade, Sprig? You have an Elg Medallion Cascade. You have ornate gold arrows. Elk Medallion Full Moon. Carpets. Pearl Necklace. Glass. Gold Lantern. And you'll buy a crown and some gemstones. Actually, I think I have a rough diamond with low potential at home. So, you'll also buy one particular type of aged lore book. Because it's some sort of diary. Fascinating. Cool. I like your house, it's neat. I like your papyrus chest. Have a nice day. Okay, forests. Well, there's more redwood forest. And then there's what looks like redwood bog. Because it's a bunch of redwood trees and a bunch of water. Which seems like a nightmare to navigate, so we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna go through there. Which means we are gonna go through there, which also seems like a nightmare to navigate with those sheer cliffs, but we'll figure something out. I mean, I got a bunch of rope, which I was gonna use from a boat, but I could make rope ladders and use those to climb things and then pull them back up behind me. Yeah, there's no bees in these trees. Whee! I have not yet given up the hope that I will find bees, which is why I'm not putting my other backpack back on. Because that's the bee slot. Hello, bees. I should probably turn the music down a bit. And maybe turn those sound levels up a bit and the rain down. Maybe that'll help on the bee mission. Nope, that's just wolves again. Okay. Very tall mountain. Goes all the way in the clouds. Hit with cranberries at the bottom. And it's raining. Yep, that is a lot of redwood. Yes, we'll go along there. I don't want to go across the mountains, but I also don't want to go through that, so we'll snake along the side of the mountains, where the terrain is hopefully more walkable. Ooh, fruit tree. Cherry tree. I do like how I'm not getting rained on when I'm underneath the big trees. That's fun. It's a wolf cave. Like, you could build some really cool, like, treehouse village base in one of these forests. I mean, future Lila can do that. Ooh, peaches. I mean, it won't be too difficult to get to, I think, if I can sail down here. And I could have Treetop Village. Might be kind of annoying because, you know, Pitkin set everything on fire and then your house is in a tree, and if you accidentally set your house on fire, that's gonna be bad. Okay, go closer to the mountain. We're not trying to go through the redwood forest because that's where all the water is. Trying to go along the mountain because that's where less water is. That looks deserty. I do kind of want to go there. I kind of want to go to where the sand is. Just to look at it. Well, that sure is a lot of water. And a lot of not much. Little itty bitty copse of tiny little maple trees. Do you have any bees? You don't sound very bees. Currants. Alright. And suddenly it looks a lot more browny and sandy because suddenly it's not a rainstorm, it's a sandstorm. Where you can't see anything. It's just sand. But there's trees to the south that might have bees. Okay, it's still low fertility soil because if you go in here and you write soil, there's also barren soil, which appears to also have all of these things. I've never found it before, so I thought maybe when next to desert there might be barren soil, but apparently no. This is still low fertility soil. Ooh! Now this is interesting. Big patch of blue clay. That is a good find. Especially with my new beehive kiln. I'm gonna be able to fire some really cool shingles and stuff. What are you? Cypress tree. Okay, now this... Yeah, I found meteoric iron. I finally did it. Good job, me. There's the swavite stones. So there should technically be... There it is. Meteoric iron down here. Cool. I don't have my pickaxe, so I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm just gonna leave it marked and come back. I'll come back, I'll grab that, I'll grab the blue clay, it'll be great. Plus I can't work meteoric iron yet anyway because I still haven't made a... whatchamacallit? Thingamabob. Iron anvil. That's the word I was looking for. Sunflowers. I'm gonna grab sunflower seeds. Because I don't have those yet. I mean, granted, they're probably not that good because they take forever to grow. But I have them now. Like currants. Ooh, more blue clay. Pine tree. Because there was another one of those cypress leaf thingies. Well, I have the seeds. I can plant some at home. Okay, now bees. Come on, bees. That's a grasshopper, that's not a bee. It's a different noise. I think that's a leaf rustling noise, not a bee noise. Leaves. Leaves. I do wonder which one is the ambience and which one is entity. Like, is the bee noise an entity noise? Could I get rid of the leaf rustling noise and only leave the bee noise? Don't know. Death cap. Let's not eat that. I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones where you end up with your organs melting out. Come on, this would be a great place for some bees. It's a pig, not a bee. Black trumpet. Hey, I'm looking for that in Paralives. Pit. Big pit. With a tree in it. Let's not fall down there. Just a silly place. Also, it's still all granite again. Oh, is this lake and ocean meeting in between? There's redwood trees, because if so, that's cool. I want to look at that. Okay, so yes, it is redwood trees. And then there is some red clay, which is a lot less exciting. This is ocean. Oh, so both sides are ocean. We can build a canal from ocean to ocean. Rejoin them. This other ocean should be the one that I'm building my boat for. Okay, let's go to one of the skinnier parts of it. Very rustling leaves. Oh, hello, trader. You've picked a fun place to live. What's your name? Wallace. What you got? You got pants and tool belts and a jord robe and a huntsman tunic and a minstrel coat. You got clothes. You buy different clothes. And just some plain linen. Well, I could actually make some to sell you, but I'm not going to do that. I like your fashion, Wallace. Oh, I like your cute little flower pot, and I like your matching dishes. I like your house, Wallace. It's nice. So yeah, I could just build a canal in front of Wallace's house. Because I'm pretty sure that's... Yep, that's my ocean. That goes around here all the way back to my house. That's fun. Dark pit. Alright, still no bees though. Ooh, daffodil. Ooh. Big mountain. Okay, let's go that way. Whee. Very fertile soil here. Well, not very, it's medium, but you know. That's nice. And you got the redwood. It's also nice. This is a nice place. That looks cool. That looks cool. Like, you could build a really cool, like, dwarven door into here and then have some sort of elf kingdom there, and it would be neat. I'm not gonna do that. That sounds like way too much chiseling for one Lila to do. But it would be cool. Just saying, would be cool. What's those red flowers? I assume they're flowers. More clay. Amaranth! Oh, I'm giving up on bees. I want amaranth. It looks pretty. Oh, that's not growing where I live anytime soon. We've gone a fair way south. Amaranth flower. Ooh, and more sunflowers. Get some more of those seeds as well. Big walnut tree and little knobbly walnut and maple trees. Maple tree. This is a knobbly maple tree, not a walnut tree. I can read. I like these maple trees. They look fun. I mean, I guess I could still reorganize my inventory. Oh! Hello? Hello? What is this? Oh, requires copper tools to break. Well, that's annoying. I don't have those with me. You do it on the other side. This is mysterious. Hello? Hello, what is this? Let me in. Should have brought my pickaxe. Ooh. I mean, technically I have something that's of the right tool tier. What happens if I try to break it with an axe? I don't think it's doing anything. Okay. Well, I can move those trapdoors. I made it purple, so hopefully I'll look at it. Because these are interesting. I wanna go in there. Doesn't look like the entrance to the Resonance Archives. I know that one looks different, but this is interesting. Can I... Nope. Also requires tool tier 2. Okay. Well, we're gonna have a nap here. In front of the ominous gate. Ominous. Let me in. Like, it's got a winch windy thing. Oh, we're gonna have to come back here. I'm gonna take my boat, I'm gonna drive it all the way back here, and then I'm gonna go and explore that. It's gonna be cool. What is that? That looks like it might be another trader. I wanna go see the other trader. Going over the hill. Hello. What can you make with sunflower brain? Sunflower flower. Which would with which you can make sunflower dough, which you can make into food. So that's just considered a grain. Okay. Not even one you can make alcohol from. Non-alcoholic grain. Which is a weird thing to say about a category of grain. Yep, that's rapids. Oop. Nope, don't fall in that pit. That seems painful. Do not recommend. That is indeed a trader. Also, again, really cool location. Though I would want to put my house exactly where the trader's house is, and you can't do that. Because that's their house. Hello. Oh, building material. Oh, what's your name? Hello, mouse. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to punch you. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're good. I need a new mouse. I'm sorry, mouse. You sell ancient pillars. And yellow, blue, brown, gray, pink, and green wallpaper. And polished chalk rock. Okay, and you buy axes. And other side. Oh, you buy metal scraps. Here you go. I don't have a need for them as far as I can tell. Right? What do I make with those? I make black dye, okay, but I have some at home, so it's fine. Yeah, you can have those. And then you also buy quicklime. Burned planks. Cool. Thank you for trading with me. I'm sorry for punching you. You've got 30 liters of water in your barrel. And a little rooftop little table setup. That's cool. Wait, do your barrels look different than my barrels do? I don't know. Probably not. Okay, I like Mouse. Mouse is my friend now. Get back over the hill we go. Ooh, sandstone. Sandstone. Words. Hello, bear. Nope. No bees. I mean, even if we haven't found bees, it was a very successful adventure so far. Even though I am struggling to climb up this mountain. Actually, is it a hill? Is it a mountain? What's the difference? I know the difference is how up in how fast the up. But really, what is the difference? What is a hill but a much more modest mountain? Butterfly! Deer! Specific type of deer. I don't know my deer types. Hello, little raccoons. Well, that's a pit and a half. That would suck to fall into. I need to stop saying those things because I am going to fall into one of those pits one of these days. Then it's gonna suck to be there. What's chickens? More quartz. Come on, birch trees. Give me bees. No, bees are not in caves, but I just gotta check if there's any cool ruins. Ooh, glowworms. Hehe, glowworms. They glow and they are worms. Fishy. Ooh, sulfur! What can you use sulfur for? Right, you can make it into powdered sulfur, which you can use to make explosives, or medicine, or sulfuric acid, which you can use to make chromium sulfate, which you need for chromium tanned hides, which you need for sturdy leather. Okay, so that's a good find. Ooh, and limestone. Thank you, glowworms. You've helped me tremendously with your presence, alerting me to sulfur. Okay, so that's not an exit. This is the exit. The adventure continues to be Successful, except for the one thing we actually went on the adventure for. Yes, yes. Oh, to you too. See, I'm now carefully looking at all of the trees, hoping to maybe see the beehive for once. Because my bee incident happened with a bunch of birch trees. Alas, I don't think there's any bees in these. Flint. In the pit. Not going in the pit. Bees! They have no flowers. Let me fix this, bees. I have flowers for you. I'm getting you more flowers. Wait, stop. Step first. I can mark the bees. The bees are marked. Get flowers. Oh, I need to reorganize my inventory. You have flowers now. I brought you flowers. There we go. Will swarm in approximately 10 days. Well, that's not... We need more flowers. I need you to swarm quicker. Because I don't want to wait 10 days down here. How frequently do you check how many flowers you have? Bees. Like, are you too far up to find all of them? I don't want to wait 10 days. That's so long. Bees. There we go. Nearby flowers 19. But now it doesn't say you're gonna swarm. Are you gonna go in my skip or not? How do bees work? I'm gonna take my bluebells back. So I brought you a bunch of other flowers, and those are mine. Those are for me. Don't wanna wait 10 days. That's too many days to wait. And now it's not even saying 10 days anymore. We'll swarm in less than a day. There we go. My excessive amount of flowers worked. Okay, now we need to reorganize my inventory so I actually can take those. I don't need maple seeds. Maple seeds can just stay here and become trees. That's whatever. There we go. I've done it. I solved my inventory. I can have bees. So yeah, now we just wait impatiently for bees. And then got a bunch of other fun stuff. And I guess we'll walk home along the shore. That's a reasonable plan. Okay. Patience, Lola. Patience. We need to have patience. Oh, patience is hard. At least it is on stream. When I can't just do something else. Like if I was at the base, I could be getting on with all sorts of things. Like making more iron. So I can make an iron anvil. And making a new shovel. I'm gonna need to be careful. I'm not sure if the bees would be okay with me going in the water. I don't know why I'm cutting the grass. I guess it seems like a vaguely productive thing I can do. That is. Until my pockets are full of grass. It's populated. I can take it with me. I've got bees. Okay. I got bees, I got bees, I got bees, I got bees. We got bees, we found a bunch of interesting stuff. I cleared out a bunch of locust nests, so now I have enough ropes to hopefully build my boat. Actually, I think I finished the rope step. I'm now on the linen step, but I got a bunch of ropes, which are helpful. Got some flowers, which are pretty. Got bees. I'm grabbing the mature wild flax because, again, I need a bunch of it to build a boat. We got amaranth, and sunflower seeds. For, I guess, growing things in the height of summer. Because, yeah, those are for the height of summer. They are not for normal temperatures at where we live. I'm so excited. This is the first time I get to do bees in Vintage Story. Oh, so that's what nearly mature sunflowers look like. I guess, yeah, that's when the seeds are ripe. That's when you can get them out of the flower part of the sunflower. Then you can eat them. Personally, not a huge fan of just eating straight salted sunflower seeds. Like, some sunflower seeds on, like, a bread or something is fine. But, like, just the seeds out of, like, a bag. And then you have all the shells. That's just not for me. Not my choice of snack. Running with a knife. I have bees. Now I just need to get them back home. And I just looked at how long I've been streaming already. So how long it took to get here. And apparently that was like 2 hours. I guess back is gonna be shorter because we're not gonna be just wandering and meandering. We're just gonna go. But still. Oh boy. That's a lot of walking. How do you make a raft? Would rafting be preferable here? I mean, I have the rope. I also need an oar, but we could make one of those. I have the rope. Am I going to cut down trees to craft a raft? To raft across the ocean to get home? No, I'm not going to do that. Probably once I get like halfway, I'll be really, really annoyed and thinking about how I should have made a raft. But for now, we're just gonna walk. There's more bees here. I don't know where, but they're here. Oh, right there. I will mark them. Will I need them? Probably not. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, look. Saint. And another one of these weird, funky cypress leaf trees. I don't know what kind of wood they have. What if I put cypress in here? You have bald cypress everything? Mediterranean cypress only comes in a little skinny one. And you only get firewood from them. Okay. But I guess they grow like that and look pretty. Alien werewolf with purifies. Hello. Hello. You've arrived at the right time. You missed the part where I walked around for 2 hours looking for bees. And instead you're at the part where I'm walking home for presumably 1 hour with bees. I remember this ruin. I built my house in one before. Right, I don't have room for that stuff. The bees were indeed free. Free to a good home. Though I did hurry them along by bribing them by putting 8 million flowers around them. Hello, launched comic. Hello. Welcome to the bee venture. We are adventuring home with bees. Everyone loves freebies, yes. Yes, they do. I am slightly offended at that pun, but only slightly, so. We have so much walking to do. So much. Yes. Yes, you did great at doing a horrible pun. You get 1 horrible pun point. Don't spend it all in one place. Mostly because I don't know that there's a place where you could spend it at all. Okay, this is going to be a situation. Hello, redwood trees. You're gonna keep doing that, aren't you? Honestly, big props to the cypress trees for growing in the ocean. Ooh, lots of mushroom. Are my bees still okay? They are. Good. Ooh, local honey. Tasty. I should try and remember what day the farmer's market in my town is and go there and get some local honey. And then bake something with it. That sounds like a great plan. I don't think I'm ever going to do it, but it does sound like a great plan for a more organized version of myself. Hell yeah. Delicious honey. Oh, Eileen werewolf. Okay. Yep, it's just the redwood with the water in it for as far as the eye can see. Which isn't very far because there's a bunch of giant trees in the way. Ooh, light. Ooh, trader outpost. Hello. Hello, where's your door? You put a tree in your door. Hello. Hello. Alphonse. What you got for me? You got fancy glass, fancy elk medallions, fancy clothes, and a fancy sword. And you buy lapis lazuli, paintings, fancy clothes, fancy stones. Cool. Have a nice day. Sounds fancy. I mean, he's a fancy luxury trader. It makes sense for him to be fancy. Okay, let's not go this way. Go around that. Nope. Oh, thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening. And so on and so forth. I don't have inventory space to go into caves for cave diving, but I do have inventory space to go into caves to have a nap so the thunderstorm goes away. I don't like the thunderstorm. Blackberry jam on toast. Ooh, also tasty. I had blackberries today. They were very tasty. I now wish I had more blackberries. Alas, I do not. I ate all of them. Blackberries are just very good. do approve of blackberries. And sort that back the way it goes. Right. So I was gonna go along the coast, but I guess we're going a little bit to the left because I don't want to go through those woods. Well, the woods part is fine, but all the little bald cypress lakes are really annoying. Anything in this cave? Not really, from what I can see. A little to the left? Well, I finished a little to the left. They haven't added any new things to a little to the left, so I'm not gonna play more of it. I did all of it. That was a fun game. Very chill. Kind of annoyed that one of the achievements required doing daily puzzles, a lot of which were just repeated for a whole long time. I would have just taken those in a randomized order, and I can do multiple a day. That would have been more fun, but I did still get that achievement. More quartz. Always more quartz. More quartz and more granite, because everything is granite and everything is filled with quartz. That's a fun shape. Nope, nope, don't drown the bees. The bees okay. The bees are okay. I'm like 50% sure you can't actually kill the bees by going in water. But also, I'm not gonna test it. But hey, look, it's not granite. For just the tiniest amount, because over there, it looks like granite again. Ooh, crater. Ooh, cliff. Hello. Hello. What's your name? Hello, Wren. What you got to trade? You got ladders and lanterns and iron fencing and brass torch holders and paintings and fancy doors. I like your fancy doors. I cannot afford your fancy doors. I will try to remember your fancy doors. Goodbye, Wren. I like your doors. Oh, it's limestone. It's limestone and not peridotite. Look at that. It's not granite. Words. Some of those were in the right order. More wood. Oh look, more brown coal. Actually, I can pick this up. I have some in my pockets. from lotus nests. Lotus? No, locust. It was not nests of flowers. Definitely not flowers. Definitely much worse things. Still. Well, that's concerning. That oxidation layer. I feel like there's locusts below. Yip, 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 yip. No, no, Lily, you're not setting the whole peat thing on fire, even though it would be really, really fun to watch it burn. Don't do it. This is a really cool landscape. Salt. Salt with limestone in it. And then there's some bauxite up top. So this is where all the different rock types have been hiding. It's 90% of the trip was freaking granite. Like, granite is nice, granite is useful. Granite is a good generic rock. However, it's nice to have some different rock colors for a change. Flint. And there's more olivine. In case I ever run out of my original olivine, which I don't think is very likely. But if I do, I know I can just keep going and find more. Hello, redwood trees. Also, very fun floating rock situation there. What's this? Conglomerate. Okay. But this is fun. It comes with sticks, of which I will take, I guess, all of. And a bunch of nothing. Beeswax. That's more important than, I don't know. Cattails? Cattails. I mean, I have bees now, but I might as well bring some beeswax as well, but, well, I could already put 2 gears in there. Not gears. That. I simply do not have any of those. But, hell yeah, crates. And, ooh, painting. I want the painting. What else can I leave? Screw the sticks, I have so many sticks. Okay, future Lulu will come back here and come get all of the cool stuff. In this case, it's just a bunch of crates. And apparently we are taking the sticks after all. But this is a cool entrance to this. That's fun. I like this. Hello, wolves. Why can't you put a stick in your offhand? Like, why do you go in the offhand? What are you used for in the offhand? I don't know. It doesn't tell me why that goes in my offhand. Grunting worms. Ah, okay. There we go. Knowledge. It's for worm grunting. For fishing. A thing I have not done yet and honestly don't really plan to do either way because why would I do fishing? I don't care for fishing. Yeah. Sticking the worm grunting stick, which I think is just a stick that you take a knife to. It's this one. Yeah. And then you get worms. And then you go fishing with them, and then you get fish. More bluebirds. For my bluebird collection. These are for my bees. Because I think that'll look pretty. Speaking of bees. Well, that's just a little bit insulting. So this is where bees are. That's where my house is. And that's where we walked, and we walked, and we walked, and we walked. And that's where I found bees. And then I found more bees. And now I found these bees. I'm a bit offended. Nah, it's fine. I have my bees. Everything is fine. Everything else is secondary now. Ooh, trader. Hello. What's your name? Satsi. You have cabbage seeds, and compost, and redwood seeds, and cranberries, and parchment, and you'll take an empty reed skip. Well, I have a full one. You're not gonna have that. You'll take linen sacks. I have those at home, but keeping them. You would take my shirt. I'm not selling you my shirt. Nice to meet you. Why are you doing agriculture in the middle of a pond where there's not even any dirt? Yes, all of the voices in this game are like instrument sounds, kind of. Like they make musical instrument noises. When I get hurt, I make musical instrument noises. Okay. No, that's just sand. It's not suspicious. Okay. Fine. We'll go around. Oh, I don't quack. I make clarinet noises. I demonstrate, but I don't currently have an option for just taking damage without risking my bees. I'll fall off something sooner or later. I'm also not going to go attack a wolf. They don't deserve it, and I would just perish. Which, granted, would save me a bunch of walking. Because my spawn point is closer to my home than I am currently. I think, can I jump this? There. There was a little damage noise. I could have picked a different sound. Could have picked, like, a flute. Or... I think there's a trumpety one. Ha 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 ha. Nope. Why do you not stack? Well, that's just rude. I thought they would stack. I was so happy to have another inventory slot back. But yeah, I make little duty noises as well. Opposed to me, Sarahs do have a lot of musical bones in their bodies, which is why they make musical noises when you break their bones. Me, a lot less musical bones in my body. Which is why I'm not a musician. Why are you white? Okay. Have fun having exclusively flowers, I guess. I mean, that is how some fruit trees look in the early spring. They just go straight flowers, and then once they're done with flowers, then they'll make leaves and their fruits and stuff. I guess that's allowed. What's also allowed? More flax for me. Yes, some plants do explode. I have heard of those, and I'm terrified at their existence. Like, what do you mean you explode? Or a plane, you shouldn't do that. Plants just the plants just do not care about what I think a plant should or should not be or do. Which is good for them, worrisome for me. So much for my plan to walk along the shore, but I guess this way we're exploring some more in-betweeny bits. Okay, my bees are still fine. I'm still somehow worried about the bees dying from me touching the water. Thanks. Hello, redwood trees. You are trees. Hello, deer. Hello, pig. And hello, ominous fog I'm trapped in. Alternatively, sand, storm, unsure if it's fog or sand. Probably sand because the rainfall in this area is uncommon. Well, the land looks suspiciously trader-shaped. Let's go say hi. Hello. Ooh, more luxuries. What's your name? Miguel. What you got? You've got omak pieces, and purple glass, and a silver falx, and a scarlet ornate linen tunic. That one I would actually be interested in, because I think it looks cute. And you buy the same aged lore book as the previous luxuries trader. And also just straight gold ingots. And some diamonds. And some paintings and some purple paints. You know, for a luxuries trader, you live not that luxuriously. Do like your knife and your hammer. Have a nice day. Into the granite sands we go. Whee! Okay, there's just a rock with some sand on it. It's not that suspicious. It's just a rock with sand on it, and the tree grew on it weirdly. More funeral bells that I should not be eating, because nope, with that name, that's not a mushroom for eating. What's that ready thing? Is it just this tree? Oh, it's this tree, okay. Very, very well, you can continue being a red tree. I already have some crimson maple sapling things with me. I guess they're seeds, they're not saplings. Because they're these. They're the twirlies. So much gray apple. I don't actually know where I'm gonna put my bees at my house. I didn't plan that far ahead. I just wanted to go on an adventure after winter was over. To go get bees and adventure. Which we did very successfully. I definitely didn't nearly give up on the bees, no. Why would you say that? Oh god, snow. Run. Well, this red apple tree is very brave. Trying to grow in a pond. Pretty sure that's not the ideal place for a tree to be growing. That is a red apple tree. Other trees, maybe. Okay, so I'm officially out of food that I packed, so it's good that we're nearly home. Now I can just eat the amaranth grain I found. Because you can't eat that. Yes, yes you can. Just double checking that the food I think I have is actually food. Oh, hello bear. I'm doing contemplate about things I should not be doing a contemplate about yet because they're still far in the future. The contemplate, however, is I've been doing pretty alright for this sake. Like, I've been doing okay. I've been achieving my goals. I've learned some new systems compared to the last time. I know how iron works now. I made a beehive kiln. I'm gonna make steel. Maybe once 1.23 comes out and the need for a new save claims me once more, because it's going to. It's going to. Because they're gonna add one or two things to world generation, and I'm gonna look at my world and go, well, I don't want to walk that far to see potentially new thing. Or something. And then I'm gonna make a new save, and it's gonna be a whole thing. But once I do, might it finally be time to graduate to playing with monsters and wildlife attacking me. Potentially. I like that cherry tree. That's aggressively pink over there in the distance. I'm gonna go touch it. Holds. Ooh. Ruin thing. Go look at it. Hello, further translocators. Take the rope. Well, I'll take one of the rope. Here you go. And in exchange, I will take clockmaker glasses and put them on my face so I can carry them. And I will take the miner cape. I will not take the burned out torches or sticks because I have too many sticks already. Okay, more clothes for my clothes collection. Let's stop having sticks in my outfit. And that does mark that. Very good, very good. Where's that cherry tree that beckoned me in this direction? Now watch it not even be a cherry tree, and I was betrayed by it just looking so very, very pink. It's a peach tree. Yeah, alright. I guess peaches are also very, very pink. Also, I like peaches, so the peach tree can do whatever it wants. And also good to know that there's a peach tree rather close to home. Hello, Dash! Dash, 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 dash! Look, 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 look! I got bees! I got bees! We walked very, very far to get them. We've been walking back for 45 minutes now, and we're still not back. But I went on a bee venture and it was a success. I cannot name the bees. Really, the only thing I know I can name in this game is the elk. And I have forgotten how you get the elk. Because I've only ever seen people in videos get the elk or have the elk. And I just do not remember what parts of the game they have to do to get the elk. Because I know you need to buy the elk. And it's expensive. Pink apple tree, red apple tree. Yes, yeah, apple trees can also be kind of pinky when they're flowering. There's a lot of pinky trees when they're flowering. But also, good note for future little playthroughs. April, excellent time to go fruit tree spotting. Because while they are pretty easy to spot in both winter and honestly also in like summer because they're just brighter green, the very bright not green color, very easy to spot. Dash has named the bees anyway. Excellent. Enjoy work as much as work can be enjoyable. Also, I will boop you on the weekend so we can play Vintage Story. Slowly but surely, I'm converting all of my friends into Vintage Story enjoyers. They do not get a choice in this matter. Oh, I already have that trader. Oh, I think that's... Is that the one that I punched? No, I punched that one on accident. But we figured out that they are fine. I punched another one today and they were fine, so it's fine. You have a Vintage Story? Do you, Sam? Oh, Thunderbolt and Lightning. Nope, it is still very, very dark. Despite the full moon poking out from behind the clouds. But that's the home mountain. Which means we've nearly made it home. I should give the home mountain a better name than the home mountain. But it is just what I call it in my brain. Because that's the mountain next to my home. And up here there's still frozen bits of water. Because it's... Well, actually, it's nearly May. We're about to have reached a whole game year that I've played the save, which is going to have taken like 64-ish hours, I think. And I do skip the night pretty often, so I'm just thinking about how many more hours that would be if you didn't skip the night. Ah, yes. A familiar sight. Place I dug a hole. The ominous obelisk. It's not actually an obelisk. I don't know what the technical term for writhing stone pillar thingies is. But there it is. It's the Saxon Barbie dream house. Woo! It's my beehive kiln. which is not done yet. But it is still firing, seemingly. Actually, did it go out? It might have gone out. In which case, I'm very upset. That temperature is going down. My beehive kiln went out without being finished. I'll freaking... Let's just... real quick. I thought I put enough in there. I mean, I don't need the full amount, right? Because I already fired it for a bunch of hours. So if I do less, it should be fine. Okay, it's heating again. That was stupid. Okay, put away the brown coal. Okay, I guess we could put a bee area right here. I think right here. I'll put it on a dirt block for now. Oh wait, I wanted to expand that in that direction. Yeah, it's fine. I can move the bees. And then I do Control 4. Bees! And then I'll need a straw dummy. Well, that I can do. Also, I can put on my other backpack. Inventory space, go! And my crafting broke again. Love that for me. Don't really have anything snackable, do I? We'll just snack on some carrots for the moment. Because I do want to end stream. I got some ice cream I want to eat. You know. Reasonable grown-up things. Okay. Yeah, and since I need to reload anyway to do my crafting, I might as well call it a day. I can put up my elk painting though. There we go. It can look at My wolf painting. And money goes in the money pile. And all the rest of this I can deal with next time I play. We can have a sleep and I can go look at my bees when they know where bees are. And yeah, that did take 2 hours to go there and an hour to walk back. Good job, me. Good job, all of us. Bees. Hello, bees. You're doing great. Excellent. And my big place still looks good. Why do I still have dirt there? I don't need that dirt anymore. I finished it. There we go. Alright. Now, beehive kill. Are you done yet? My refractory bricks are fired. Good job, me. Yay. Okay. With that, I'm done. I have streamed enough. I want to go eat ice cream and make a fancy water to celebrate my bees. So thank you very, very much for joining me, for hanging out, and being generally awesome people. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have any other words that I say at the end of the stream. I think that's just it. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out and getting bees with me. Bees. Alright. Yeah. That's it. No raid, only ice cream. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!